जय गौरानिताय 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 किबो जयो जयो गौरा चंदेर आरतिक शोभा जानवी तटवने जग मन लोभा गौरांगेरारतिक शोभा जग जन 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 मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल कि बो दखिन निताई चन व में गदाधरा निकटे अद्वैत श्रीने वास छत्रधारा कि बो बोसी अच्छे गौराचन रत्ना सिंहासन आरती को रे न ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने कि बो नर हरि आदि कोरी चमर ढुलाया संजया मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गाया कि वो शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला मधुर मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल कि वो बहु कोटि चंद्राजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला गल देश वनमाला कोरे झलमाला कि वो शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गदगदा भक्ति विनोद देखे गौर संपदा कि बो जयो जयो गौरा चंदे आरतिक शोभा जानवी तटवने जग मन लोभा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You can do like Krishna. Come in center. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Faster, faster. You want faster? You want faster? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय राधा श्याम सुंदर, राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे. जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा, जय सुभद्रा. जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय. गौरनिताय की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशत श्री श्रीमद अभयचरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की. नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की. श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा गुणगिरी गोवर्धन की. श्री मायापुर नवदीप धाम की. श्री मधुरा वृंदावन धाम की. श्री गंगा मई यमुना मई की. श्री भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की. समवेद भक्त वृंद की. बृहत ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की. इस्कॉन न्यू गोलोक धाम यात्रा की. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की. गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narsimhaya. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurakshaha. Shiladankanakalaye. Ito nashimo barato nashimo. Yato yato yami tato nashimo. Vahe nashimo hridaye nashimo. Narasingamadim sharanam prapade. Tavakara kamalavarena kam adbhuta shringa दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवदिता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदे जय नरसिंहदे जय नरसिंहदे जय नरसिंहदे जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल नरसिंह भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद
श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की श्री प्रभुपाद की जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी माधव जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्ण। हरि बोल।
So we welcome all the devotees to today's Sunday feast discussion. And we are extremely fortunate that we have association of very, very senior disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I don't want to say doctor, but he's doctor. He's much, million times more than a doctor. Dr. Dwarkadish Prabhu from Bhaktivedanta Hospital from Mumbai. He's one of the founder of the hospital. Traveling worldwide, globally, guiding many thousands of devotees, guiding even those who are mentoring many other devotees all over the world. So he's counselor of some of the many counselors, giving seminars at IITs also, training youth before they get married. They train them how to keep their marriage life successful. So many glories, but I want to share something very personal. I was in Bhaktivedanta Hospital in November for a few days, just went there for checkup. But such ocean of love and care they gave me, the whole Bhaktivedanta Hospital, but under their guidance, I felt like I'm not in the hospital, I'm at home. The prasadam, Lord Jagannath Ji coming every day to me to give prasad. Prabhuji himself visiting, many other doctors visiting, just asking me how I'm doing, how we can improve the hospital, what services. It was such a beautiful experience. I didn't feel like I'm in hospital, more like a temple. So if you go to Mumbai next time in your life, not just to visit, to see how hospital can be also a beautiful temple. When you enter into that hospital, you see Srila Prabhupada, just like you see here, you see beautiful Vyasasana of Srila Prabhupada. When everybody starts their duties in the morning, they have, I don't know, I heard almost, how many employees, Prabhuji?
1,500.
1,500 employees. When they come in, they first actually offer their obeisances. They have prayers in the morning. All the facilities you can ever ask in, whatever other big hospitals they have. But so much love and care I found in the heart of those Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, nurses. And thousands of people are coming every day, visiting. So such a beautiful experience. Thank you so very much, His Grace Dwarkadish Prabhu and Vishakapriya Mataji. She's like mother to hundreds and thousands of devotees, especially in Bombay Belt, but all over India. Thank you so much for visiting us and sharing your wisdom. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Prabhu has been very generous, very liberal with his words. He's a father figure for us when we come to America, we come to New Jersey, New York. We look forward to some time with Gundita Mataji and Prabhu. Feel completely sheltered in his very dedicated holy presence. Thank you, dear devotees, for coming today. We'll chant our invocation prayers and then we will begin our discussion for the day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं साद्वैतं
सावधूतं
परिजना सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम राम
हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा। The topic for today's discussion is pillars of growth. And the subtitle of that is Lines in Stone. I'd begin with a very beautiful small story taking you back to the 12th century in a holy place known as Sri Rangam. Some of you may have visited this very, very holy shrine of Sri Ranganath Swami lying on the Ananta Shainam. And there is a very great Vaishnava called Parasara Bhatter, who's a descendant disciple of Sripad Ramanujacharya. And among his various disciples was one very, very special devotee who had a very deep quest for knowledge to understand higher truths of life. And he went up to Parasara Bhatter and asked him, his spiritual master, Gurudev, can you tell me please, what are the qualities and virtues required to become self-realized? He didn't answer this question, said you should go to Tirupati, the temple of Venkatesh Balaji. He walked a long distance, several kilometers through 7 hills of Tirumala, finally reached the top of the Balaji temple. At this place was living a great saint who had himself selected to stay there in this very forest, wild animal infested, difficult place, terrain on the top of the mountain with no facilities, no water, nothing. On Ramacharya's behest, he had stayed there to make a beautiful garden, a pushpavan, for flower services for Sri Balaji. When this devotee went up to there and asked him, can you please tell me, my Guru Maharaj has sent to you, can you tell me what are the virtues and qualities required for becoming a Vaishnava? He didn't answer it immediately. He started staying there like a Gurukuli boy, hearing, chanting, serving, and 6 months passed and he didn't get a reply. One day there was a big, what we call as Bhandara, where several devotees came to visit the temple of Vitthal of Balaji. And this devotee did some service and then went and sat down to take his own prasadam. So Anandacharya, this great sadhu, this great saint said, please get up. Serve first. So he got up. He got up and he served prasad. And then after serving prasad, then in the next pangat, he went and sat down for prasad. Like all of us are very eager for prasad always. So he also was eager for prasad. He went and sat down in the next pangat. So Guru Maharaj said, get up. Sit in the next. So he got up, sat down. 3-4 times he sat down and Anantacharya said, get up. In the process, there were so many people coming one by one. It became from morning till afternoon and late till evening in the night. And then everyone had taken prasad and there was only one left remaining. He went and sat down and said, you had a question, right? So come here. So, yes, so he asked the same question he asked 6 months back. So he answered him in a very cryptic way. He didn't give him a straight answer. Acharyas, they have this very special knack of compressing wisdom of all the scriptures and acharyas and samhitas and holy books in just 4 words he gave him. Please remember these 4 words all your life. Your life will be successful. He said, yes, Guru Maharaj, please tell me, Anantacharya Dev, what I should do. He said, you should be like a crane, like a cock, like salt, and just like you. Hare Krishna. That was the end of the answer. So he went back to his Guru Maharaj and then Parasar Bhattar explained to him in detail the qualities of a crane, right? Which is to remain focused and let the small fish go and take the big fish and accept the perfect opportunities for doing Krishna Seva. It's a long discussion. We'll have some other time. So we won't elaborate that today. We go to the next topic. He said it should be like the cock who has the properties of pecking and removing unwanted stuff from the trash and picking up only the seeds. That means you should be very positive-minded, avoid negativity from this world. Third thing he said, be like salt. Salt means inconspicuous. Just like salt is required in just in an exact balanced proportion to make a dish tasty. So have a balanced lifestyle. What is balanced lifestyle? We can discuss some other time. Be balanced, right? And the salt is never prominent. It is always remain inconspicuous and never gets credit. It doesn't say, we don't say the salt is perfect in the dish, but it adds flavor. Therefore, don't even look for credit in your life. And the last, it should be just like you, right? So that like you means be a perfect Vaishnava. What is a perfect Vaishnava?
So one time, one person went to the supermarket. He went to a store to purchase a fridge. And he went to the salesman and he pointed at the fridge. He said, I want to buy this fridge. So the salesman told him that I don't want to sell it to you. He said, what do you mean? I'm having the cash, I'm having the credit card. I want to buy this fridge. He said, no, you go from here. I don't want to sell it to you. So this man went out and he said, he disguised himself as in some other outfit and he went back and he again said, I want to buy this fridge. So he said, you came back again? I told you, get out from here, I don't want to sell this fridge to you. So he went out again and this time he dressed up as a female. Maybe he wore a burqa and he came back. And he asked him that, I want to buy this fridge. So he said, you don't understand? I don't want to sell you this fridge. Just leave my shop and go away. He's saying, anyway, now I don't want to buy the fridge. But you have to tell me, I won't go till you don't tell me the reason why you don't want to sell me the fridge. I am carrying the cash, I'm carrying the, credit card. So he said, and how did you recognize me? He was curious to know that I am disguising in so many ways. How did you recognize me? So he said, that's very simple. Because what you're pointing as a fridge is not a fridge, it's a washing machine. Every time you're going on asking, I want to buy this fridge, it's a washing machine. So you don't even understand what is a fridge. And even if I sell it to you, tomorrow you'll come back to me and tell me that it is not cooling, but washing machines don't cool. It's a fridge that cools, so please you leave the shop. So that is our condition. We are here to become what? Vaishnavas. But we don't even understand what is a Vaishnava. We think we are Vaishnavas because we have tilak and we have sari and we have dhoti and we have kantimala and we are chanting Hare Krishna. So we become a Vaishnava. But becoming a Vaishnava is a very, very deep thing. which our acharyas have gone into so much detail to explain to us. And this is just one of the aspects you are taking, right? Like for chanting, you can explain chanting, the importance of chanting in so many different ways. Same way, what is a Vaishnav? That was the major question. A devotee always is in a growing mode, right? That makes growth is a very intrinsic nature of a Vaishnav, that I want to become a better Vaishnav. I want to become a real Vaishnav. I want to understand what are the qualities that make a Vaishnav out of me. So when he explained these things, that the real qualities of a Vaishnav is you have to be like a crane, you have to be like a cock, you have to be like salt, and you have to be like you. So what is a Vaishnav? We will try to go into the understanding of this. And for that, we are going to take a life of a wonderful, wonderful Vaishnav who we know has knowingly or unknowingly impacted our life in such a tremendous way that we would have never been what we are or aspire to be what we are without his presence in our life, right? So we are going to speak about none other than our dear Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder, Acharya of ISKCON. But everybody knows about Prabhupada. That's what we think, right? We know Prabhupada. Yeah, he was, he left India and he went on Jaladut, and then he came to the West and he landed at Boston Harbor and he came to New York, and, he preached to the hippies, and then he came to San Francisco and ISKCON established. That's what we know. But however, when we travel on flight, we know, there is a TV in front of your seat. And on the TV, there are different channels which go on. Some entertainment channels, some kids channel and all. But the most interesting part of all the channels is what? The flight destination. They have the world map, and then it zooms in, and you get to know where you are, what you are doing, about what you are flying. So it is like we were coming from Bombay to Heathrow. So when they showed the arrow of that this is the route which the flight is going to take. So there was Bombay, and it went through Iran, Iraq. Just those big names were there, Iran, Iraq, then Gulf of then you go there ahead, and then you are over Turkey and whatever. What are the other places I forgot you?
Many more.
Yeah, and then you reach London. Oh, so that is 7-8 places are there, but you can zoom in. You know that? If you go deeper, so you zoom into Bombay first. So first you read only Bombay, and then you zoom in, then the titles that appear is Kolhapur, Pune, Nagpur, Maharashtra. So many places will appear on the map. And then you zoom into Bombay also, you will read, Kolaba, Virar. These. So the more you zoom in, more details were coming up. Isn't it? Like even while going to London, then when you zoom into London, first it's only London. Then you zoom in, there is Leicester, Manchester, and then you zoom in more, and then they have the British Museum and the Big Ben, and all those details of London were also coming in. So somebody who is just not interested will say, oh, Bombay to London. But when you want to feel little more interested, you start doing what? You start zooming in. And it's very interesting when you zoom in. So many more details start surfacing. So today we thought that Prabhupada's life is an ocean, and you can gather so much inspiration from his life. But we thought of zooming into a very small part of Prabhupada's life. Into a very small part of Prabhupada's life. Most of us know more details of Prabhupada after he left India, Jaladut, and he came to the West. But today we thought we wanted to zoom in a little bit more into the pre-Jaladut launch years of Prabhupada's life. And why do we want to know that? I mean, if I don't love somebody and somebody starts speaking about somebody saying, I'm not interested, I know about him, that's it. But if somebody you love, somebody who inspires you, you want to know, yeah, tell me more. I want to know more about him. Acha, he did this, And what about that, So you get more interested to know more and more details, and they touch your heart, they inspire your heart, because you want to know more about that person. That's what they do to these so-called stars, right? They call these magazines Stardust. In India, they have Stardust. Dust means useless, and they have so many pages in that. Oh, this particular hero, when was he born? What did he do? What is his favorite items? What are the 3 favorite foodstuffs he eats for breakfast? Huh? What are the 3 things he eats for lunch? And what are his 3 favorite books? Or what are his 3 favorite hanging out spots? Whatever. Maybe which are his 3 best girlfriends or whatever. Details. But by knowing all that, what will we gain? Dust. That's why it's called Stardust. Huh? But today we thought we want to know about a person whose life has impacted the world like lines in stone. So we are going to have some beautiful, rare pictures which we will be putting there. You will have to do some exercise of moving your neck left and right, because somehow in your temple the speaker sits here and the slideshow is there. So we will talk about a person whose life impact has been lines in stone in our lives.
Lines in stone, dear friends, the 2 types of lines in stone and lines in sand. The common history of mortal human beings is like land and sand, right? Like children play on the sand and then make castles and various monuments and various roads and various things on the sand. You come next day, the sand has been covered and everything is evaporated and merged into the beach. But lines and stone means there are those personalities who are so special, so exalted, so transcendentally empowered, that their existence into the manifest Leela on this world has such an impact that they enter into what is called as eternal history, which is then embodied in great scriptures. So the life of Srila Prabhupada is like lines in stone. Just like we hear about the life of Prahlad, who appeared millions of years ago, and Dhruv Maharaj in Satyuga. Similarly, Prabhupada is one of those characters of the eternal Bhagavat, and whose life are like lines in stone, which will be eternally embedded in the history of mankind. So this documented historical peep into the pre-ISKCON years of His Divine Grace. Yeah. So this is a quote I came across from the lotus lips of my spiritual master, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, which inspired me to make this presentation which I'm making to all of you today as a service to the Vaishnavas in this nice temple. Srila Prabhupada wanted the whole world to know Krishna and be lovers of Krishna. We as followers understand that unless people understand Srila Prabhupada's life and the mercy and sacrifice he offered to the world, they will not be able to understand deeply what is Krishna. Because we understand Krishna through the life of his devotees. Therefore, there is the book Bhagavat and the person Bhagavat. Without the person Bhagavat, the book Bhagavat remains simply theoretical. Srila Prabhupada is the best jewel of humanity, right? So it is only by deeply diving into Prabhupada's life, those who are serious practitioners amongst us who are trying to become deeply Krishna conscious, our journey into Krishna's lotus feet is dependent on how deeply we will appreciate in our hearts, with great love and feeling and appreciation, the sacrifice of this great personality, Mahabhagavat Sri Prabhupada. So we are going to use this formula of 3. One of Krishna's interesting name is Triyadasha, Triyadhish. Triyadhish means the Lord of threes. 3 parts of material energy, Bahiranga, Antaranga, Tatastha. 3 lords, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar. There are so many threes like that, right? 3 modes of material nature. So there are many such threes in the scripture, and therefore the Lord is called as Triyadhish, the Lord of threes. So we're going to use that principle of the scripture to talk about three things to make it more understandable and easier to capture this knowledge. So, 3 lines in stone. So, 3 things impacted Prabhupada very, very, very powerfully. One was his meeting in 1922 with His Divine Grace for the first time, Bhakti Sansiri Thakur at Ultatanga. If you get a chance to ever go there, that place now belongs to ISKCON. It's one of the most powerful places you can go to get inspired, where the place is now renovated completely. It is under ISKCON, our domain. The second which impacted Abhay, as you can see, Abhay is walking with his son, Vrindavan Chandra, in November 1935, where Saraswati Thakur reveals his heart and tells him that there is fire in the mud, and therefore his express instruction to Abhay Charan was, if ever you get money, print and publish books. The first, in 22, what was he told? You should preach in the English language in the Western world. Second, you should print and publish books. And this is a letter. So this letter, we can't read it, all the details, but this letter is a third powerful input into Srila Prabhupada's soft heart. This is a letter which he wrote to his spiritual master just 15 days before his departure. He writes to Saraswati Thakur, I am a Grihastha, and you have so many sannyasis who are doing wonderful services for you. Please, Gurudev, instruct me of how can I serve you. Saraswati Thakur immediately replies back, he said, that you should preach in the English language. This will do good to you and to the entire world. The next 15 days, Saraswati Thakur goes back to Golok Vrindavan. So these 3 incidences in Prabhupada's life had such a deep impact, and that became like a burning inferno in Prabhupada's heart, that his life would not remain the same after these 3 things. His entire life was practically consumed by the ever-increasing fire of fulfilling his spiritual master's explicit desire. This is a page from Prabhupada's personal diary, which was given to him by Scindia Steamship Navigation Company, headed by Sumati Morarji. And this is the first page of diary where you write your personal memoranda. So Prabhupada writes his name there, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And then his residence is written residence, Vrindavan. Office, Prabhupada writes office is Chippivada. How many of you have heard the word Chippivada? So this is I knew many people will know. Prabhupada's office pre-ISKCON was Delhi, Chippivada. And we'll take more details as we go further. This is Prabhupada's office. You can see these beautiful deities, Sri Radha Krishna. This is the place where Prabhupada stayed. This exact same room, this small little triangle you see jutting out from the floor, that is the place under which the deities are housed. This is the second floor of the building. And Prabhupada stayed here. And this is the place where Prabhupada dreamed about his worldwide society. And this is a place where Prabhupada started writing the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a very modern place for us in ISKCON. It is on the ISKCON domain. And in 2019, it came to ISKCON. This is the temple structure. This is Vrindavan. So, 1959, His Divine Grace came to the Bamshi Gopalji temple. And he stayed here for exactly about 3 years. First figure on the left. And you know the famous picture in the center, that is, of course, Prabhupada peeping out from his window, looking at the Samadhi Mandir of Sripad Rupa Goswami. Everyone knows this picture. It's a very, very famous picture. And the last picture, of course, is that the room. We need to know that this particular place is a place where Rupa Goswami stayed, as our Acharyas stayed. And for 300 years, this roof was not taken care of. 300 years. If a room gets dilapidated, you know what happens to the room, right? Prabhupada paid 500 rupees at that time to get the room functional with the floor, some plaster, electricity bulb, and flowing water. 500 rupees. And then he started paying a rent of 5 rupees per month to have some access to using this room. This is the third place, the second place, Prabhupada's. So there are 3 chapters in Prabhupada's life pre-ISKCON. One is Vrindavan, other is Delhi, Chippiwada, and third, of course, is
Bombay.
Mumbai, right? So when Prabhupada came here, he was staying, this house which you are seeing on the upper right, that is the place where Prabhupada stayed at the Scindia colony, which is at Andheri East, owned by Sumati Morarji, who was the chairman of Scindia Navigation Company, right? And when Prabhupada went, this is document you can see, this is a document, a flyer which Prabhupada carried with him when he went to Jaladuta, proclaiming that this Bhagavatam and the person carrying this Bhagavatam message is a message of peace and goodwill for the entire world. That's what the flyer is saying. This is the house where Prabhupada stayed. Prabhupada wrote many songs. His godbrothers used to call him sometimes as Kaviraj. He's a great poet himself. So all of us heard about, how many of you heard the word Markina Bhagavad Dharma song? Bodo Kripa Korile, right? Many of you heard that song? That's true, right? But Prabhupada wrote many, many poems even before entering the Jaladuta. So we're going to reference our 3 beautiful poems for Jaladuta, which express the mood of the Acharya at that time. This is a song which he wrote from the Bamshi Gopalji temple in Vrindavan. Sitting on the veranda of the temple overlooking the Keshi Ghat with Jamuna flowing beautifully, Prabhupada opens his heart and he says, I am sitting alone. There's a time when Jhansi has failed and he has no money. He is living below poverty line. He's absolutely got no facilities, nothing whatsoever. And his heart is yearning with the burning desire to do something for his spiritual master. So depressed and sad, he writes this Vrindavan Bhajan. I am sitting alone in Vrindavan Dham. In this mood, I am getting many realizations. I have my wife, my sons, daughters, grandsons, everything. But I have no money. They are a fruitless glory. All that is left of this family is just a list of names. But on the spiritual plane, we are all relatives, brothers, or billions of jivas when seen as in relation to Krishna. So Prabhupada is gradually in his heart getting completely detached from his mortal family, and his heart is flowing towards a large family of billions of jivas, and his heart is going towards the phenomena. The Jagat Guru in Prabhupada's heart is now being born. This song reveals that. This is a song which Prabhupada wrote, experiencing, he wants to do something for his Guru Maharaj, but this poetry is called as Viraha Ashtaka. There are 8 verses. We've taken only the few verses which are relevant here. These are on the disappearance day of Saraswati Thakur. On the strength of Lord Chaitanya's order, you set all of your servants door to door to give as gurus.
As givers.
Yeah, it actually is gurus. They were preaching everything from the sea to the Himalayas. But now, in your absence, everything is dark. Please remember, this is around 1959-60. Saraswati Thakur left the world in 36. So for these many years, the Gaudiya Math was dysfunctional because of so many breakages which took place, factions that took place. And all these years, no active preaching took place. And this hurt deeply the heart of Srila Prabhupada. But now, in your absence, everything is full of darkness. Oh, Srila Prabhupada, he's crying out. You are always the compassionate towards the suffering jiva souls. On this occasion of your separation, I see only dejection. How can a tiny spiritual child survive without a spiritual father? Right? So you can see Prabhupada's heart is crying in desperation for seeking out the merciful hand and blessings of his spiritual master. And this one is on the Vyasa Puja 1961 of Saraswati Thakur, where the godbrothers who are living in Vrindavan have gathered together and they have made a frame of Saraswati Thakur, offered him a garland, offered him Pushpanjali, offered him flowers and an arati. And Prabhupada also is the youngest sannyasi at that time, also joins them. Prabhupada writes his offering. This is the long offering, but this is the substance of Prabhupada's offering. A festival of flowers does not constitute worship. One who serves the message of the spiritual master actually really worships him. Our master said to preach from the seas across the earth, penetrate the universal shell, come together and preach this Christian consciousness. So you can see Prabhupada's heart is bursting with a desire to actually preach. He is not satisfied just, as Prabhupada said, ringing the bells in the temples. That was not the Prabhupada which he wanted to go out and create a revolution on the global level. So Prabhupada realized that the only thing we can do that is by printing books. He was told by different people that you write magazines, which is nice, but write books because their books are permanent, they won't be thrown into the dustbin. Right? So Prabhupada took that as instruction coming from his spiritual master and decided that he will write the Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So, 3 Sharmas helped Prabhupada fulfill this dream of Bhagavatam. This is the Radha press. There are 2 presses which let us know that the first Bhagavatams which we all read, now of course we have Italian editions and we have Singapore editions, we have so many editions, but the first edition of Bhagavatam came from 2 presses in Delhi, the OK Press and the Radha Press. The Radha Press, which you can see there, that is a billboard of Radha Press, and the owner is, the one in the center is a Miss Hit Sharan Sharma. This was Prabhupada's very primary contact in Delhi, very important contact. And he offered to print Prabhupada's Bhagavatam in his own Radha Press. And the next one you can see, right one, is the OK Press, which did major part of the Bhagavatam printing. And Hit Sharan Sharma, he printed this dust jacket, the outside cover of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The second Sharma who helped Prabhupada was, so the OK Press was owned by Gautam Sharma, who was owner of the OK Press. So the second Sharma helped him. The third Sharma who helped Prabhupada was this very, very special soul called as Sri Krishna Pandit Sharma. He was a contact of Hit Sharan Sharma himself. And he is a person who gave this Chippiwada temple for Prabhupada to stay because the secretary of this temple. He was heading a particular society called as Sri Naval Prema Sabha in Delhi, which was preaching Ram Nam in entire Delhi for 100 years. And he was a very, very special person. And he decided in his heart of heart, looking at Prabhupada's divinity, that whatever Prabhupada needs, that time of course he's not Prabhupada, so we are saying Prabhupada, but that time he was not Prabhupada, he was Swamiji for most people, right? He was Bhaktivedanta Swami. So whatever Swamiji needs, I'll supply. So he prepared this room for him, brought a mattress for him, brought a bulb for him, and I gave him a special photograph of Radha Krishna, which was given to him by his Guru Maharaj, which was presented to him by the king of Jaipur. So that photo is also there in this nice place. And whatever Prabhupada needed, some bhoga to prepare his prasadam, everything was provided by him. So this particular letter which we are seeing on the slide, which is difficult to read now, is appreciation of Prabhupada in the temple guest book, glorifying Krishna Pandit Sharma. I said, your name, Prabhupada gave him a title. Your name is Hari Bhaktanudas, right? You are, like we say, Dasanudas, they're the same thing. Hari Bhakta Anu Das. So Prabhupada gave him a very special title, acknowledged his great contribution in helping him. Coming to Vrindavan now, on the left side you are seeing that is the receipt Prabhupada sent to Gaura Chandas Goswami, the owner and proprietor of the Radha Damodar Mandir. You can see the 2 arrows there. That is July, Prabhupada entered here in July 1962, the Radha Damodar Mandir. As you know, Prabhupada went to America in 65 of August. So Prabhupada stayed here in how many years? 3 years he stayed over here. And you can see in the center is the exact picture of Prabhupada typing on his typewriter. His typewriter was called as, the company was Corona Company. So we say that typewriter has had literally the tireless hands of Srila Prabhupada. Before he got the dictaphone in coming to America, Prabhupada kept on typing. There must be millions and millions of times Prabhupada used this typewriter, the typewriter. So his heart was being poured through his fingers on the typing sheet. On the right side, what is that? Okay, so that's at Raudadama Mandir. This is the last Janmashtami which Prabhupada celebrated in India. So this is August again, 1965. Please, sometimes people think, no, what did Prabhupada do in India? He had only one disciple, Acharya Prabhakar. So nothing else was done. That's a serious mistake. Prabhupada had created a massive ground of huge contacts. He had contact with so many people, philanthropists, industrialists, professors, scientists, politicians. And he had already created a huge groundwork before he went to America. So this flyer you're seeing on the right side is a place where he invited the governor of UP to come to attend the last Janmashtami. So is it easy to get a governor? And he has a Prabhupada, not even a famous person, but he's sitting there in Vrindavan in this small little temple of Radha Damodar, and he calls Bishwanath Roy, who is just a little elder to Prabhupada, but a great pious person, governor of UP, who himself would visit all the temples of Vrindavan once in a year. So that is the flyer which was printed by Prabhupada for the occasion. At that point of time, Prabhupada, so now this you can see here, Prabhupada finally is going to take sannyas now. This is the picture which Prabhupada took sannyas. So three personalities fulfilling Prabhupada's desire. This is Sarvati Thakur, as you can see on the left side. So there's a dream. We remember this dream that even through Srila Prabhupada's Grihastha life, he had this recurring vision. We may call it a dream, we may call it a vision. So Thakur entered his mind and kept on cajoling and pursuing Prabhupada, take sannyas. If you want to preach, you must take sannyas. As a Grihastha, Prabhupada really kept this dream away because he never thought that he could actually take sannyas. He never felt he was qualified because he also felt he had Grihastha responsibilities. But this recurring theme kept on coming into his Prabhupada's heart, and one day decided to meet and connect with Kunja Bihari Prabhu, who was the head of Gaudiya Math. That time he had taken sannyas. His name was Bhakti Tirtha Vilasa Maharaj, who was the head of Gaudiya Math at Bagbachar Temple in Kolkata. He said, yes, I will give you sannyas, but first you have to join the Math. As regards printing of books, we have our own books to publish. Afterwards, everything is done. They will publish your books if the management decides. As you're going to America, if you have funds, we will send you. So a lot of conditions were there. Prabhupada did not join Kunja Bihari Prabhu at that time. So he turned his heart towards another personality. There's another Gopalada is called Keshavji Maharaj. Right? So this temple you are seeing, the deities, the Sri Sri Radha Vinod Bihari temple. And you're seeing Gauranga Mahaprabhu's deity there. Everyone can see Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Yes. That is a deity personally donated by Srila Prabhupada during a Grihastha life. That Gauranga Mahaprabhu which is standing. Right? And Prabhupada then went and stayed at this mutt because Keshavji Maharaj pressurized him, Abhay Babu, Abhay Charana Arvinda, you must take sannyas and then only you can fulfill the desire of our spiritual master. So he felt that my Guru Maharaj is working through my dear God brother. And you can see that picture. Three personalities were Keshavji Maharaj, his sannyas guru. Then he had Narayan Maharaj perform the ceremony. And at the ceremony was another special personality, Prabhupada's very dear friend and God brother, Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. So he was a great singer, a Paramahamsa Vaishnava. His Samadhi Mandir, if you remember, is at Pavan Sarovar. Right? So these three personalities together, and the person who is sitting in center is Keshavji Maharaj. And another sannyasi also was there. He was 90 years old. His name was Sanatan Prabhu. He became Muni Maharaj. So, among literatures, of course, we know Prabhupada printed Srimad Bhagavatam, but this is the second volume of the 1944 cover of the Backward magazine. You may have not seen this. Now, all of us seen the 4-color printing of Prabhupada now. It's such a beautiful magazine which comes every month. But this is the original cover page which was there in 1944, which Prabhupada somehow, whenever he got a little money, kept on publishing and printing. How many of you know this book called The Light of the Bhagavat? Some of us know this book, right? It is there. It is being sold. So it's a very special book. We should remember this. In 1960, January, Prabhupada got an invitation from Japan to attend the conference on human spirit, right? And somehow he got this letter and he connected with Mr. Dr. Nakona. His Japanese name is Nakona, right? And he said, yes, I will sponsor you. You can come and be a part of this great congress, and we will arrange for your staying here, everything. All that you'll do is, you can stay for a month here. I'll connect you with the mayor of Japan. He made a lot of promises, and they had very close relationship developed by correspondence. He said, all you have to do is only one thing. Arrange for your travel fare back and forth. The absolute poverty of Prabhupada was so painful to hear and read about that. Jai Shri Radha Samasundar Bhagwan ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Jagannath Swami ki jai. After having, he wrote to the president of the country, Dr. Radhakrishna, that time, that I want to go. But Dr. Radhakrishna declined his offer. Said, we do not allow people who have no institutes to go. You can't, a private person cannot go. So Prabhupada, after much this book, Light of the Bhagavad, was a book which he wrote in response to the invitation, where Prabhupada printed 50 paintings depicting the themes of the 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, describing Vrindavan, describing the clouds, describing the rainfall, describing the autumn season. So he wrote purports on those scenes, right, describing the philosophy. So a philosophical content using the natural scenes which are described by Shukadeva Goswami in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The entire book is 50 such lessons. That book was printed in 1960. And as you know, in 1959, the Sputnik was sent by a Russian scientist. Two Russian scientists went to the Sputnik. So that time the thing of going to the moon and was very active. Prabhupada immediately caught that particular mood and wrote Easy Journey to Other Planets. So this book even came before Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? It's a 15,000 word manuscript Prabhupada wrote. These are special literatures Prabhupada wrote that time. And then once he got the Srimad Bhagavatam printed, we will show you who supported that. But imagine Prabhupada, this little Swami, is connecting with the biggest political leaders of his time. On the left side, you can see His Excellency Vishwanath Das, as I said, the governor of UP. He very, very deeply appreciated Prabhupada. He, in fact, Prabhupada invited him to his own home in Lucknow, where he met a great musician called Siddhar Bhattacharya, who helped him to go to America. And in center, of course, we have the president of our country, and later on, first VP and then P president, Zakir Hussain. As you know, he's a Muslim, but he deeply appreciated Prabhupada. He sent a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam to him, and he got actually personal interview with Zakir Hussain, right? And they actually interacted. And the third, of course, the very famous personality who helped Prabhupada was Lal Bahadur Shastri, right? Who invited Prabhupada to come to the Parliament Gardens. And there's a picture of Prabhupada meeting him. And Lal Bahadur Shastri says, this is a very wonderful book. I recommend that all libraries should keep this book. So once he said that, Prabhupada had orders to put in his book. So you can see the power of Prabhupada, that here is the Swami able to connect with the top intelligentsia and political leaders of the country. What is the reach of Prabhupada, right? And literally, even he's like a dwarf, he's able to reach the moon, right? So this is the printing of the Srimad Bhagavatam. If Prabhupada did not have enough money to go to Japan, how did he get the money to print the books, right? Prabhupada was never ashamed of begging for Krishna. He always felt himself that I'm a beggar on Krishna's behalf in this world. And Charan Sharma again helped him. He said that you should go and meet the first person on the left side you see is Hanuman Prasad Poddar. Everyone has heard Gita Gorakhpur Press, right? He is the chief editor of that particular magazine called Kalyan. At the time when Prabhupada met him in Gorakhpur, his diary was showing that he had only 130 rupees in his pocket. By the time he reached Gorakhpur, it dropped down to 57 rupees. The rickshaw took 6 rupees, and then reaching out another about 8 paisa. That's all the Prabhupada had with him. Just a few 30, 40 rupees he had with him. But when he met Hanuman Prasad Poddar, he was so happy seeing the manuscript of Prabhupada, the unprinted manuscript. He said, I will give you. He gave him that time 4,000 rupees. What is 4,000 rupees of 1960 today? Anybody can make a guess. That's how impressed he was with Prabhupada's literary talent, that this is a man who's giving the world the topmost literature. The second Srimad Bhagavatam was printed by a donation from this factory still exists in Delhi. This is called as the LH Sugar Factory. The executive of this particular factory gave Prabhupada that time 5,000 rupees to print the second volume of Srimad Bhagavatam. And the third volume of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, came when he met this very, very special personality which all of us know very well, Sumati Morarji, right? A few words about her. Sumati Morarji is a very special lady which we should have the highest honor and regard for her life. As a young child, she was called as Jamuna. Like, a very strong Pushti Margi background as a worshippers of Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. And her father-in-law, when she got married, saw that she's so intelligent, so he changed the name from Jamuna to Sumati, one who had great intelligence, and made him on the board of directors of the company. At that time, Scindia Navigation Company, at its peak of its glory, had 54 carriers, cargo carriers. One of them, of course, was, they had Jaladuta, Jalamanjari, Jalapushpa. So there are many, many such Jala. One of them was Jaladuta. And she was heading all these, and she had in under her control 6,000 employees, of which she was a director, and first woman in the world to be the head of the International Navigation Federation. A very, very powerful lady living in Andheri. Prabhupada would stand there when the car would zoom out to go to her South Bombay office. Prabhupada would stand there like a beggar at the entrance where she's zooming out, and hoping that she would be able to catch her attention and halt and then get her to meet. Prabhupada's godbrother called Kripa Sindhu Prabhu is the one who actually gave a contact. That he said, oh, I know this lady. First he took her to one person called Mr. Khandelwal, who was a big philanthropist and industrialist, but he completely declined to help Prabhupada. Prabhupada got a lot of no's in his life. No. Lot of no's, and a few yeses from interested people, right? But Prabhupada kept on knocking every door possible. So then, Prabhupada, the driver of Sumati Morarji, his name was Bholaram. Bholaram said, you want to meet madam like this, you go and meet him at his office. Prabhupada went to his office. Prabhupada would stand there like a beggar in front of the office for hours together on several days, right? But he never got an audience. One fine day, actually some of our devotees met Mr. Pandya. Mr. Pandya was a secretary. He said, this Swamiji, I remember, came dozens of times to our office. One fine day, Mr. Choksi, the PA of Sumati Morarji, said, madam, this is a Swami sitting outside. I said, oh, he's sitting inside, call him in, right? So on that particular day, Prabhupada was sitting there like a beggar for 5 hours to get an audience with Sumati Morarji. So when he went inside, he introduced himself, given the project, he said, I want to go to America. So he said flatly, no. Not because he didn't want to send him. He said, Swamiji, you are so old, and the cold of America will kill you, right? Prabhupada persisted, cajoled her, coaxed her, and begged her. At last, she relented. He said, okay, Swamiji, I will send you by my... So Prabhupada needed a P form, a passport, a visa, some travel fare. Prabhupada needed these 5 things before he left. So again, Krishna Pandit Sharma, we talked about before, helped him with his passport and visa. Travel fare, Prabhupada could not arrange. So she said, I will give you an hour, complimentary ticket to this thing. So he was given a complete sponsor to go to America. Yeah, this is the last songs when Prabhupada left in Janmashtami. Prabhupada sang these songs, 3 songs at Janmashtami. So these are very special documents we have put on the screen here for you. On the left side, before going to America, there is a person called as Shishir Bhattacharya. He is a musician, a flamboyant young man who Prabhupada met at the house of the governor at Lucknow. And we were taking prasad together, sitting like this next to each other, and Prabhupada introduced himself and just got to know each other. Prabhupada took his phone number, and then Prabhupada had finally decided to go to America, and the date, 13th August, was fixed. 1 week before he came to Kolkata, right? And then Shishir Bhattacharya, he did not contact any of his godbrothers because they were not going to help. He didn't contact his family members because they were not going to help. He had no contact in Kolkata where he had stayed for so many decades of his life. He contacted his one person called Shishir Bhattacharya. So Bhattacharya felt very excited that this should be reported someone should report this, that a Swami is going to America to preach Krishna consciousness. So he went to the big papers to see if they can write an article. Everyone said, not interested. At last, a small paper called Dainik Basumati. This is a cutting from the left side, we can see Deni Basumati, which writes that this Swamiji is hailed as a great scholar of Sanatan Dharma, and there are people who are waiting for him across in the West who has been sponsored to go to America. This is a very nice printout of the original article in Deni Basumati. In the center one, what you are seeing is a sponsor letter of Gopal Agrawal. So, as you know, Gopal Agrawal is the one who sponsored Prabhupada when he was staying in where? He was staying in Butler, Pennsylvania. Correct? So his father's name, anybody knows his father's name? Prabhupada writes the word Mathura businessman, right? Mathura businessman who sponsored. So what is father's name? The only document which exists which tells his name is this letter where he has to write his father's name. His father's name was Prasad. So he was Gopal Prasad Agrawal. So Prabhupada had met him in Mathura, and he was sponsoring so many people to go to America, but nobody knows how to really went. So he said, oh, Swamiji, I will send you also, because nobody was going. But actually Prabhupada took that letter and he went. So this is the sponsor letter of Prabhupada. And the last one, of course, you see is Prabhupada's visa, stamped. And Prabhupada had, when he reached America at Jaladuta, he got an extension, he got a stay for 2 months, right? Only for 2 months. And Prabhupada had no success in first 2 months, as you know, in America, right? So Prabhupada again had to make 3 extensions of 3 months, bringing him to July of 1966. And at that time, in August of 66, Prabhupada has registered the ISKCON as an international society. After 3 extensions, Prabhupada was actually able to, didn't need more extensions because then he paid $10 to become a permanent resident of America. So this is that famous picture. All of you know this picture. Prabhupada is boarding August 13th, right? This is the picture where our Savior was saved. Prabhupada is in America. Yes. And then Prabhupada comes down on 17th on the Holy Land of Boston. So, and the rest, of course, is known history. And this is Prabhupada's promissory note that anybody who reads Srimad Bhagavatam, anybody who follows Srimad Bhagavatam, will, the last paragraph says, will see Krishna one day face to face. This is Prabhupada's promise. So if we read Bhagavatam, follow Bhagavatam, and lead a life as per Prabhupada's teachings, we all can eagerly wait for seeing the Tribhanga form of Sri Radha Shyamasundar in the spiritual world, face to face. Hare Krishna. So it is our conviction and also our prayer that by reminiscing Prabhupada and taking stock of his sacrifice for the entire humanity, 3 things will happen when we go deep into Prabhupada's life. One is we will establish in our hearts a deep sense of connection with our beloved founder Acharya, which we desperately need to connect to the parampara of great Acharyas in the Gaudiya line. Prabhupada is our very special link to Sripad Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and our parampara Acharyas. So the more we connect to Prabhupada's lotus feet, the more we connect to our glorious parampara. The second is, the result would be deep inspiration. Sambandha ke baad comes Abhideya, right? And the more we connect to Prabhupada, our hearts will become restless. The heart will remain, we will be able to give up all laziness and comfort and throw all obstacles and throw ourselves fully in the service of His divine mission. And third of all, we will become completely internally satisfied. We will have the greatest fulfillment of our life. And nothing of this world will really attract us so much as serving the mission and instructions of His divine grace. That is the prayojana. We believe that is what can happen, should happen, as we go deeper and deeper into Srila Prabhupada's life. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions or comments? Did you like the slideshow?
Many details we didn't know, right?
See, it is my conviction that I know that in ISKCON, everybody loves Prabhupada. Now, there may be hardly any people over here who have. Is there anybody who has seen Prabhupada physically here in this room? This great, wonderful Vaishnav has seen Prabhupada. So, there are very few people like that who have seen. But is it not true that we all feel connection automatically with Prabhupada, even though we are his third generation, we are his grand disciples, right? But still we feel a connection. So, our love for our spiritual grandfather is already there. But we need to have a deeper appreciation of what he has done, which sometimes we lack. And by getting more and more connected with Prabhupada, our heart becomes, because loving Krishna is a very far off thing. Krishna Prem is a very distant dream, but it is so much more easier, practical, when we see Krishna coming to us accessible as his perfect representative. So love for Krishna is equal to love for Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. So let's thank His Grace Dwarkadish Prabhu and Vishaka Mataji with a loud Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari. You doing?
Banerjee and Jayanti from Delhi. We're grateful for the presence of Amitabh Banerjee Prabhu and Jayanti Mataji here. All the way came from Delhi. We welcome you to ISKCON of Central Nigeria. Thank you for coming.
So also let's welcome them with a loud Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Is anybody coming here for the first time? Yeah, thank you all for coming. Today's feast is sponsored by wonderful Krishna Mohan Prabhu and family for the granddaughter's first birthday, Mitravinda. You see here, Mitravinda. Mitravinda, please come. Her first birthday. All right, she's wide awake. And thinking that 8 o'clock she'll go to sleep, but she's wide awake. Thank you, Mataji. Haribol.
We have 2 pink cakes.
She can cut the cake. Haribol. Anybody else here? Kripa or Ramans? Kalawati Mataji? Hai koi? Okay. Picture. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to Mitravinda, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama to Mitravinda, Hare Rama to you. So let's bless her with a loud Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. You took for the whole family? Jai. April 6th, upcoming events. April 16th is Ram Navami on Tuesday, April 16th. Next to next Tuesday, so we'll be celebrating the program on the same day from 6 to 9 p.m. If you like to serve in any way, please contact one of us and we can engage you in some service for Ram Navami. Hare Krishna. Monday, that's tomorrow, not Monday. Tomorrow is solar eclipse. So what happened, quiz time, what happened on solar eclipse? Lord Jagannath pastimes, Lord Jagannath manifested on solar eclipse day. Right, in Kurukshetra, that's why I was looking at Hema Jagannath, what happened on solar eclipse? Yeah. So everybody gathered at Kurukshetra, and it's Lord Jagannath, it's Lord Jagannath, Baldev, and Mother Subhadra in the center appeared. So let's think that there could be a lot of other things that Rahu is trying to cover the sun or the moon, right? And make it dark. That's why I have my dark hair today. See? But yes, it's a day where we can engage ourselves more in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord and performing services. Those who are following more strictly, the Sutak begins at 12:59 a.m. tonight till 4:35 p.m. tomorrow. And more details, if you are elderly or sick or children, for them the Sutak begins at 9:30 a.m. in the morning to 4:35 p.m. Yeah, so that's fasting, yes. All right. Our temple yeah, from 12 to 4, anyway our temple is closed, but we won't have prasadam served tomorrow here at Rajbhog and all, so no, it's, okay, so stay home. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.